Hey everybody, this is Ralph Reyes for Club Solutions Institute. Today I'm doing a micro learning on Bill McBride's course that he did for us on membership director training. And as we end the year and we start to look and focus on January and February, big months for us in the club industry, looking at just a couple of the main skills that he pointed out in the course. And there are dozens. So it was easy to pick from, but I just wanted to select one that I felt like was the most basic. And that was that the fact that membership sales is really about relationship, not a transaction. And being really careful with your sales teams to be able to create that distinction and talk about that with them. Of course, do we want to automate? Yes. I just talked about a lot of things that Alan Leach taught us about automating and how that can help us with our membership sales. But this is sort of the yin and yang of the sales process, of that there's really no substitution for human connection. At the end of the day, that's what's going to get the sale done. So we're not going to replace human interaction with automation. We're going to build on top of it with great interaction. So a great enrollment process, it feels consultative. It doesn't feel persuasive. It feels supportive, and people feel heard and people feel acknowledged for their particular situation. They don't feel like they're fitting within a script that you have to follow. And it feels guided. It feels like you are teaching them and helping them to understand a world that may be foreign to the prospect when they come into your club. So here's my takeaway sort of item that you can do with your team, or maybe think about with your staff in general, is what does your tour look like? Is your tour rigid and has to be exactly the same and very specific, or is it flexible enough that it is guided to what the person needs, what the prospect needs, and it allows for flexibility so the person feels heard and acknowledged, and not just, I've got to stay on this particular path. So that was an important distinction that Bill made in the course. And then the next one is really building on listening skills and being able to really hear and let the other person know that they're being heard. And are you training your teams? Are you working with your teams on building their listening skills and active listening skills and being able to ask good questions to be able to get good information? And Tom Nishikawa talked about this a lot in the course he did on gap selling. So if you haven't watched that in the Institute, I would also refer you to that course as well, because Tom